Hey, what's up, guys? We are going to be talking about the most relevant tech cards for the Ryzeal deck that I've been seeing out of the most recent YCSs and regionals. This will be for all the variants, so Mitsu, fiendsmith, and Pure, but I'm going to go over what you guys should be on the lookout for Ryzeal in these variants, what you can expect in these decks in your upcoming regionals and tournaments, and what you should be running in your decks if you are running this deck. So with that being said, if you want to see more content like this, more lists, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and comment down below after this video is done. What was your favorite card that we went over today? So, with that being said, let's go right into the spicy Harpie Lady engine that I've been seeing people run. I've actually seen some people run Elegant Egotist, but the main way to do it is you get through the Primite Lordly Load, which can add one Primite card from your deck to your hand. So you could obviously add like a Drill Beam, which is nice interruption, a Roar, or even run the level 4 Primite Dragon Ether Barrel, which synergizes with the rest of your level 4 deck. But this allows you to get out to the Harpie Lady exactly. And why would you run the Harpie Lady? Well, it's a rank 4. Well, it's a level 4, obviously, but the best part is that you get to run Harpie's Featherstorm. Basically, because you have so many ways to get out this Harpie Lady, which is a free special summon for a level 4, you get the Harpie's Featherstorm, and then you are going to be able to use this from your hand. So I've seen a lot of builds run this at 3, whether it is in the side deck with something like a Castell, because this is a winged beast, but now people have been going even a step further, and they're running the Primite engine because it provides you some nice fours, like a nice little grind game that you can have otherwise to the Ryzeal engine, but you get to run a devastating floodgate that you can use from your hand if you have the Harpie Lady on field. So, and this is just a complete just shut off. Your opponent cannot activate effects for the rest of the turn, and this can be used from hand if you have the Harpie on board. So it's just an insane combination that I've seen some people pick up on. And hey, Ether Barrel basically equals a free rank 4, right? Speaking of rank 4s, we have Traptrix Rafflesia, which was ran in the most recent top 64 list at YCS Birmingham, which used a small Traptrix engine of Rafflesia plus the Pingicula, and then also a Murmello, because these are all 4s, and then you're able to have a nice game plan even through Fuwalos. They can search out a Gravedigger's trap hole, and also, according to the pilot, this is a better like end board in the mirror, because if you just end on Detonator, that loses to a single X Ryzeal or a single Bonfire. So in this scenario, you can end on the Rafflesia with Pingicula through Fuwalos and still get the Gravedigger's Trap Hole, and then also Ryzeal Plasma Hole is also searchable off of Rafflesia, fun fact. So this also allows you to force hand traps like Valor or Ash, because you could just make the Rafflesia right before you make the Duo Drive, and then if they have something, you could chain the Rafflesia and send the Gravediggers to play around the hand trap, which is really cool. Also, Duo Drive can detach from any Exceed, so you can just end up detaching from Rafflesia if you want to. Next, I want to talk about the Book of Moon engine that I've been seeing in Ryzeal. So Ryzeal is a deck that, little known fact, that when Duo Drive is targeted by an infinite impermanence or like an effect veiler or something like that, you can actually chain a Book of Eclipse or Book of Moon to it and flip your own Duo Drive and still search the card. Now, why is that? Normally, that isn't the case with a monster that detaches for card effect like Duo Drive. Main phase, you can detach 2 materials from a monsters you control. Because of that fact, as long as there's a monster on the field with materials, which you can see there is on the field, even if it's face down, you can still detach from it, and then you still will be able to search out your Ryzeal Cross, your Ryzeal Node, and still full combo that way. And this is why Book of Moon is really nice, because you could just use this. It won't get ashed over the Book of Eclipse, but Book of Eclipse is even a better board breaker. So I've seen a lot of Ryzeal players run a combination of Book of Moon and Book of Eclipse, because this is great into the mirror match. It's not the best because of Eclipse Twins kind of playing around this, but also it's a really good interruption going first. You can set these going first, and you basically have a really nice, especially Book of Eclipse against Ryzeal or Malice, you can just like set a material they're going to use to link off or make a rank 4, and that can actually really interrupt their play. And then this is also a great card going first, so it makes it a good top deck and a great card going first, so it's very versatile in that respect. Speaking of really versatile board breakers that you have to be on, this is one of the more obvious picks that we're having on this list, but Metaltronus is a card that you should be on if you're running Ryzeal at this point. I think that it has proven to be the probably best board breaker in the mirror match. With things like Abyss Dweller now becoming one of the best cards in the mirror match, if you're running the Fiendsmith variant or the Mitisurugi variant, you don't want to go second into one of these, so you really have to run something like a Metaltronus or like a Forbidden Droplet or an Xyz Encore in order to play around it. Xyz Encore is also another option for this, but Metaltronus is really cool because you get to special summon out your own Duo Drive and then remove both, or you could use it to just negate and then link off. If you're running like Fiendsmith or something, it's also a good card going first because it effectively is like a Solemn Strike going first in the mirror match, because you can set this and then they go to an X Ryzeal, and then you can just chain Metaltronus, banish both face down, and it removes the body too, so it's even a better Solemn Strike in that case. And then obviously going second, if they, with player priority, you can, or when they go Abyss Dweller, you could just chain Metaltronus and detach, and then special summon out your own Abyss Dweller and then get rid of it. But also it's just so nice because the flexibility. If you run Chaos Angel, you can summon a Chaos Angel, remove it. If you run Desiree, you can summon a Chaos, or Desiree, remove it. Same with Wave King Caesar. And you can run things like Light Dragon Adagnister, which is a Cyberse Light, which can help you in like the Malice matchup, but also I think even better is the Myriologic Aggregator, which is a Cyberse Dark, which is going to cover all your Malice matchup, so it makes Metaltronus very good into Malice and mostly your Ryzeal matchup, but definitely the best board breaker in that respect because it's good going first and going second. And then speaking of board breakers, I've been seeing actually a few regional tops and even almost YCS tops with going second Ryzeal. Now, whether it's running the Book of Eclipses still, which you could run the going first build, but I've seen a lot of builds even run the Ultimate Slayer. And then I've seen even Curry Kara be in these builds, but like basically these builds are blind going second because it's really cool because you don't want to lose to the random X Ryzeal, because X Ryzeal is like one of the most devastating cards in the mirror. X Ryzeal basically outs the standard board because X Ryzeal will send the aggregator and you get to search, and then you turn off their detonator or their cross and you can kind of just play from there. But if you're not playing that game, you're going to really win a lot more games in the Ryzeal mirrors if you don't just like fall into the regular board state. So just going second, having breakers to just clear the board, having an Ultimate Slayer automatically can really catch off guard a Ryzeal mirror and really just slam it. I think arguably you've seen some people actually choose to go second in the mirror sometimes because it's just tougher to set up a board sometimes through all the board breakers and everything like that, depending on your main deck and side deck. So that's why we've seen some Ryzeal players actually opt to go second in this case. Last but not least, I've been seeing a lot of people run some cool extra deck cards just in the tech department. I've seen people run Zeus actually for once. It's something that the TCG really hasn't picked up on, but now that the format has shifted from a 1 to 2 turn kind of game state with Snake Eye and Yubel to now a game state, and now to really a meta that a lot of games go up to turn 5 or even more. So Zeus is looking better and better in that kind of game where grind games happen a lot more often. So Zeus, even in a deck that you get rank 4 locked, if you just have Exceeds on board that stick to the next turn, having the option to go into Zeus and provide yourself with a really nice board interruption and simplified game state is actually crucial. And that's why I think the OCG runs this in most of their Ryzeal lists, and still even in a deck that rank 4 locks, because in the grind game this comes up a lot. And then Chaos Angel would be the other one. I've seen just people even main deck Bystials in the pure deck because they get the opportunity, if they get impermed on Chaos or on the Ice Ryzeal, to then special summon the Bystial, and then you're able to make a Chaos Angel, and that can actually buy you a bunch of turns in the mirror match. So yeah, guys, what did you think about this? I love Ryzeal, so I wanted to provide you guys with the best techs I've been seeing out of all the regionals and YCSs that have been happening since Blue Eyes format. Go take these out there and challenge the Blue Eyes players out there. Also, fun fact, you can use Metaltronus against the Blue Eyes players by summoning out Detonator, and then you can also just negate that, which is pretty cool. But yeah, guys, I do want to talk... So yeah, guys, did I miss anything? Leave a comment down below. Leave a like if you guys want to see more content like this. We're going to have more stuff on Branded, Ryzeal, Malice, Blue Eyes, all the great decks, and we stream every Monday and Friday. We also have 2 great videos down here. One video is going to be about budget decks for this format. The other video is going to be about rogue decks for this format, so go check them out. We'll be seeing you guys later. METAGAMESGX signing out.